the easiest and best places for Americans and Canadians to move in 2025? That is the question I'm going to be answering in this video. So as we all know, inflation is killing a lot of Western countries these days, especially America and Canada. So I thought I would make a video that would explain to you some other places in the world that you can consider and move abroad in 2025, right in time for the new year. Now, these places are based upon my own experience, and there is many more places and countries that are also great to check out. But in this video, I wanted to highlight 5 of these countries that I think are some of the best to move, not only for the weather, but for the value, for low inflation, and for happiness, and for a few other factors as well. Number 5, we have Peru. Now, I've personally been to Peru, a few areas of the country in the capital city of Lima, and also the mountains of Cusco. Now, Cusco, Peru and Lima, Peru are both amazing cities to be in. They're very different in what you're looking for, but they have a lot of things to offer. Lima is the capital of Peru, and this is a really big city and also offers a lot of culture in Lima. Lima has some of the best food in the entire world, and if you love South American cuisine, Peruvian cuisine, Mexican and Spanish cuisine, you can find that there. But what I was also very surprised about was that you can find lots of other cultures' cuisine as well, such as Chinese food, Indian food, and even lots of Japanese restaurants and sushi as well. Lima is also a very affordable city. You can get food at restaurants for $5 to $10 a person, or street food for only $1 to $5. The accommodation is also fairly affordable as well, with apartments and houses for under $1,000 a month. Lima is also very close to other South American cities and other countries as well. So it's a great place to be based if you want to explore South America. It's very close to Chile, very close to Brazil, Argentina, and even some Central American countries as well. Now let's talk about Cusco. Cusco, on the other hand, is a more touristy city, and not as many people live there long term, but it is possible. Cusco is very famous because it is the entry gate to get to Machu Picchu. If you want to go to Machu Picchu, you have to go to Cusco first. So that is why it is a thriving tourist city near the mountains in Amazon rainforest. Due to the elevation game, not everyone will feel comfortable here, and it takes a while to adjust to that level of elevation. It is one of the highest livable cities in the world. The great thing about Cusco, though, is that it has lots of restaurants, lots of culture, the locals are very friendly, and it is very affordable as well. Not as much as Lima though, because again, this is a tourist city, but if you live locally and stay away from some of the tourist attractions, then you can still live very affordably in Cusco. Now let's head to country number 4 on the list. This is South Korea. Now, I've been to South Korea last year, and it is a fantastic and beautiful country to visit. A lot of people visit Japan, but they don't visit South Korea, and I think this is a big mistake. South Korea is not only beautiful, but it's also very affordable. It was very difficult to spend more than $50 a day, even if you're going out and enjoying a lot of things and doing a lot of activities. The food and the restaurants were amazing. And yes, you might have to use Translate or learn a little bit about Korean if you're living there, but it is definitely a place to consider. Now, Korea is a fairly large country. You have Seoul located in the north and Busan located in the south. Now, these are only a few cities of the many cities that you can choose from, but these are often the two most talked about cities in Korea. Seoul is the capital of Korea, and it really does have a soul. There is so much here to do, The nightlife here is amazing. You have lots of street food vendors, activities, nightclubs, and a very friendly environment to be in. You also have K-pop and karaoke bars and a lot more to see. But Seoul is not only for the city vibe. Just located outside of the city, you have beautiful landscapes. And even inside the city, you have some amazing beautiful old temples that feel like you're almost outside of the city because of how well preserved everything is kept. The transit in Seoul is another level. You don't really need to have a vehicle there or take taxis. And the great thing about this is that everywhere you go, there's almost a train or a subway to get there. The train and the transit system is incredibly built out, very safe. Probably one of the cleanest transit systems I have ever been to anywhere in the entire world, and it's also very easy to navigate once you get used to it. And if you love Korean food and Korean barbecues, there are so many Korean food barbecues here in this city. It is crazy. You go around one corner and another corner and you will see so many Korean barbecue restaurants or homemade Korean restaurants. You will find bibimbap, you will find fried chicken, and many other restaurants such as Western restaurants, Japanese restaurants, and even Indian and Thai restaurants as well. Now, if we head further south, we will go to Busan. Now, Busan is another great city to check out because it is right by the ocean, and if you love living by the ocean, you might love Busan. It's not as big as Seoul, it's not as developed in terms of the city, but there are still lots of things to do here. You still have a really good transit system with good trains. You have some of the most beautiful views of the ocean in the entire country, and you have delicious food here. They even do have some night markets here and amazing street vendors that sell you delicious street food. Now let's head to country number 3. Country number 3 was again one of my favorite countries, and this country is Portugal. Now, I have not seen everything in Portugal, but from my time there, I really quite enjoyed it. The capital city of Lisbon is vibrant, has friendly people, and there's lots to see and do there. It really reminded me of San Francisco and the Bay Area because of the ocean, the climate, the bridge, and the hills. And it even has cable cars. A lot of people say Lisbon is the San Francisco of Europe, and I believe it. Lisbon is so beautiful, and you can live in Lisbon for under $2,000 a month. Now, it is more expensive than other cities to live as a nomad. It's not gonna be a budget city by any means, but it still might be a little bit cheaper than you would be living in Western countries. But it's not only about the money, because again, we're focusing on value and food and happiness. And Lisbon checks all of those boxes. You will get beautiful year-round weather. It's not too hot, not too cold. You have very friendly people, delicious food, and a huge array of activities that you can do. And the great thing about Portugal is that it's in the EU, so you can easily travel to other EU countries, such as Spain and Italy, not too far away. So Portugal is a great option if you're considering living somewhere with a great climate, friendly people, and a lot to see and do. If your budget is limited though, as a nomad, I would reconsider this place because it is going to be a more expensive option to choose from on this list. Now let's head to country number 2 on this list. This was one of my favorite countries, and I definitely want to go back and explore a lot more. It's said to have some of the best food in the world, and it's known as the land of smiles. Now, if you haven't guessed it, it is Thailand, and Thailand is a fantastic country to go. and live or stay long-term as a digital nomad. Thailand is a very big and vast country, and it is one of the most affordable countries you can live as a nomad in 2025. Not only are you going to be able to live under $1,000 in most cases per month, but you're also gonna have an incredible lifestyle. You can choose from big cities such as Bangkok or small towns such as Chiang Mai. Or if you want the beach vibe, you can go to Phuket. And there are many more towns and cities to explore that I have never even been to. The great thing about Bangkok and other places of Thailand is that it's very close to other neighboring countries in Asia. So if you want to go to Vietnam, it's only a plane ride away. If you want to go to Singapore, Malaysia, or Indonesia, it's also only a few hours away. And even if you want to go to Australia, it's considerably close. And there are so many other destinations to check out, not only outside of Thailand, but inside. You can live there for your entire life and still not see everything you want to see, because there's just so much to see here, so much culture, and probably some of the best food you will ever eat. Now, a lot of people talk about living in Thailand as a nomad. And the great thing about Thailand is that it is one of the only options on this list that has a dedicated nomad visa. Currently, it is called the Thailand DTV visa, and you can stay in Thailand for up to 5 years if you meet certain requirements. So Thailand is not only a great option to live, but it's also a great place to be a nomad. Now, let's head to country number 1 on this list. This country is where I've spent a majority of my time as a nomad, and I think it's one of the most beautiful, diverse countries that there is in this world. So much to see, so much to offer, and the people and the food is incredible here. This is Indonesia. Now, when most people think about Indonesia, they only think about a small section of Indonesia. They think about Bali. And Bali is definitely the best place to be a nomad in Indonesia. But there are also a lot of other places to consider that you might not have heard about before. You have the capital city of Jakarta, which is a similar size to Bangkok and offers a lot to do and see. And if you love big cities, this is your place to go. You also have a lot of other places to see. You have another city on the island of Java called Yogyakarta. It has a lot of culture, temples, some of the best food in Asia, and some of the most welcoming people. Then, if you go entirely to the other side of the country, you have Papua, with a completely different culture than Java. You also have Manado, which is close to the Philippines, and you have so many other islands that you can go and check out. If you wanted to visit every island in this country, you probably wouldn't be able to in your entire life, because there is just so many islands, so much to see, and each island has a completely different culture and people. Now, Indonesia also has a lot of options for visas for people to live there. So it is a great place to consider to live as a digital nomad. Now, I would personally recommend having your home base out of Bali, because you have a lot of places there that are dedicated for digital nomads, such as co-working spaces, cafes with fast Wi-Fi, and infrastructure that is built for not only tourists but also people who stay there long term. But if you're looking to go a little bit outside and you want to try something more adventurous, you have so many other cities and places to check out. You can't escape the inflation, you can't escape the rat race, you can work online, and you can do so much more and enjoy your life a lot better than you can in many Western countries. And if you are considering becoming a full-time nomad or already are a full-time nomad, then I also have launched a new online community. It's built on top of the Skool platform. And if you click this link here, you will be able to access the community for free for a limited time. Inside of this community, you will not only get access to resources, and mentorship. But you'll also get access to tutorials and courses on how to become a remote video editor and so much more. And you might even make some friends in this community because it's already very active. There are a lot of people that use this community already, and you might be able to meet friends in other countries you're going to be living in the future. So check it out. The link is below and you can sign up today for free. Well, I hope you enjoyed that list of the top 5 countries to travel to or live in 2025. And I will see you in the next one.